Hi, it's Panda Movies here. Today, I'm going to explain the movie called The Andromeda Strain. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. Dr. Jeremy Stone tells the event in flashback as he appears before the United States Senate Committee on Space Sciences in 1971. On February 5, 1971, a U.S. government satellite falls near the little rural town of Piedmont, New Mexico, killing almost all of the town's population. A military recovery team from Vandenberg Air Force Base attempts but fails to recover the satellite. The military launches an elite team of scientists after suspecting that the satellite has brought back an alien creature. Dr. Stone, the team leader, and Dr. Mark Hall, a surgeon, are dropped in Piedmont by helicopter while wearing protective suits. The town's doctor had opened the satellite in his office, and all of his blood had solidified into a powder. They quickly learn that the blood of nearly all of the town's victims has crystallized, bringing speedy death. 2 more residents of the town have committed suicide after becoming mad. Stone and Hall locate 2 survivors, a 69-year-old drunkard called Peter Jackson and a 6-month-old wailing infant named Manuel Rios, after retrieving the satellite. Dr. Charles Dutton and Dr. Ruth Levitt, who are summoned to a top-secret Nevada subterranean facility codenamed Wildfire, join Stone and Hall on the elite team. They are subjected to rigorous decontamination procedures upon arrival, progressing through 4 stages of disinfection to a 5th level where laboratories are located. The sophisticated technology in this underground lab complex includes CRT computer monitors and lasers. The Wildfire Facility contains an autonomous nuclear self-destruct system to incinerate all infectious agents if the organism threatens to escape. Dr. Hall is entrusted with a single key that can disable the gadget due to the odd man hypothesis, which states that an unmarried male is the most dispassionate individual in a group to make vital decisions in a crisis. The scientists discovers the microscopic extraterrestrial entity responsible for the deaths in New Mexico by inspecting the satellite with advanced cameras. The code name for the greenish pulsating life form is Andromeda, and it appears to be exceedingly pathogenic. When inhaled via the lungs, Andromeda destroys animal life almost quickly via a blood clot in the brain and blood clotting causing asphyxiation. In order to study how the organism behaves, the team uses animal subjects, an electron microscope, and culture in various growth mediums. The microorganism has the chemical ingredients essential for terrestrial life, hydrogen and carbon, and looks to have a crystalline structure, but it lacks the DNA, RNA, proteins, and amino acids found in all forms of terrestrial life, and it converts energy to matter without leaving any leftovers. Hall tries to figure out how the elderly man and the infant manage to survive. After the pilot reports that his plastic breathing mask is melting, a military plane crashes near Piedmont. Meanwhile, Dutton and Levitt accuse Dr. Stone, the lab's creator, of building the facility for biological warfare research. Unbeknownst to the rest of the crew, Levitt's germ study is hampered by her undiagnosed epilepsy. Hall realizes that the alcoholic Jackson survived because his blood was acidic from drinking sterno, and that the baby survived because his blood was too alkaline from constant crying, implying that Andromeda can only survive within a narrow range of blood pH, and the organism mutates into a non-lethal form that degrades synthetic rubber and plastics. Just as he realizes this, Andromeda makes her way out of the containment area and into Dutton's lab. A 5-minute countdown to nuclear annihilation begins once all of the laboratory seals begin to degrade, owing to Andromeda's escape. Hall saves Levitt from an epileptic seizure provoked by Wildfire's alarm systems flashing red lights. Meanwhile, the crew understands that the microbe would flourish on the energy of a nuclear explosion, transforming into a super colony capable of annihilating all life on Earth. Hall has to race against the laboratory's automatic defenses to get to a station where he can use his key to disarm the nuclear weapon. As he climbs through the laboratory's central core, he is repeatedly attacked by automated lasers. He locates a functioning station, detonates the device, and then falls. In a hospital, Hall awakens. According to his colleagues, clouds are being seeded over the Pacific Ocean, causing rain to whisk Andromeda out of the atmosphere and into alkaline ocean, rendering it harmless. Stone concludes his testimony before a U.S. senator by stating that while they were able to combat the extraterrestrial infection in the past, they may not be able to do so in the future. The film concludes with a computer feed abruptly terminating and the computer flashing the number 601, the wildfire code for information arriving too quickly for it to process.